Happy new moon, Aries. How you doing, honey? As the title of the video states, your impatience is your work, and I'll explain a little bit. I know that manifestations can happen in the blink of an eye, but we actually have to give God a little bit more than 35 seconds to give us what we ask for. So happy new moon, Aries. Now, these readings, if you have not been here before, my name is Sarah. I'm a healer. I'm a consciousness from a different time and space that's running this human avatar that is here to give you some messages. I'm here for the collective during the awakening. So please ask any questions that you've got. I'm happy to help you make sense of a little bit of the woo-woo and the spiritual and the astrology, the tarot, a little bit of everything. That's what's going on right now, Aries. So the grid behind me that I utilize is for Aries rising mostly, but these readings can always be watched by an Aries sun as well as an Aries moon to get the vibrations. And my email address is always listed in the description below. So if you are interested in a personalized one-on-one session, reading, healing, whatever it may be, please reach out directly and we will find the Sarah that is right for you. But today, Aries, you know, I myself am an Aries sun conjunct Jupiter. So I can be extremely pie in the sky, extremely, you can have anything you want in this world, anything at all. You can have it. You can have it. And time and space do not exist. So when you want something, God will provide it immediately. And I can go through, or let me rephrase, I've gone through roller coasters before that are very like, it's coming, he's coming, the Santa Claus in the sky is coming. And then nothing happens, then I get depressed. And then all this stuff happens, and then I get depressed. And then I'm manifesting all these things because I think it's the right thing for me. And then nothing happens and I get depressed. Remember, I've mentioned this quote before, rejection is God's protection. So if something's not slapping, it's not meant to slap. So sometimes I say go bigger, but for you, Aries, we're going to go micro. We're going to go day to day. I'm going to tell you why. So this new moon for you is falling in your 6th house of everyday life and practical service. This is so close. It's at 21 degrees, so it's very, very close to your descendant sign, which is your house of relationships. I have Mars in your house of relationships and the South Node in your house of relationships. Mercury is retrograde over here. It will go direct tomorrow, the day after this new moon. The new moon is falling on the 14th or the 15th, depending where you are in the world. And then the 15th is when Mercury will go direct in the sign of Virgo. So do not sign a motherfucking thing. Literally, don't do it. Don't sign on to a new spot. Don't do any of those things. Don't give away the farm. Don't do anything until after this new moon. But what I really would love for you to look at, Aries, is your daily life, your habits. Your habits. You know, please go back and watch the introductory video for this new moon, because honestly, like I had said, is no one's coming to save you, and I want you to utilize that as empowering information to say, okay, what is it that I projected out into someone's going to do this for me or provide that for me? Now I get to provide that for myself. And, you know, if we had been manifesting, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, that's not coming right now because we have Uranus and Jupiter retrograde in your house of values and money. So again, don't sign anything. Don't take the slowest hanging fruit. Don't. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you, and I'm really trying to take the word should out of my personal vocabulary, but Aries, why would you do something just because you're good at it if it brings you absolute straight fucking misery? Just saying. So we also have in the retrograde party, I have Pluto over here in your house of legacy retrograde. I have Saturn as well as Neptune in your house of soul purpose, healing closures and coming home retrograde. This is the health axis over here. So the reason that I really need you to highlight your daily habits as well as your impatience, Aries, is because if you're sitting around, we're manifesting a partner. We're manifesting a partner. And you know that they're coming, you feel the vibrations that they're coming, yet they're not here right now. So when you're out and about in the world, you're like this. They're not here yet. Like solar plexus chakra is closed, hands are closed. There's everything about you that's closed off. You look miserable in your adolescence running the fucking ship. I wouldn't want to walk up to you in that capacity. But if you're out and you're just like journaling and enjoying your tea and just having like this really beautiful, this really beautiful moment of just like, yeah, this is how it's going to feel when he or she is here. And I'm so grateful. I hope that they're happy. I hope that they're enjoying themselves. You see the difference? See the difference? Or a job, Aries. Fucking hate this job. I fucking hate everyone here. This is so beneath me. I'm not learning anything. I'm the hardest working person here. I fucking hate everybody so much. I know that this is not my purpose. I know that I have a bigger legacy. I know that I'm meant for some version of fame. I know, like, again, I wouldn't want to be around you. Nobody would. It's not fun. Teenagers wouldn't even want to be around you. So what could you do? I'm so grateful for this job. It's giving me the financial freedom to take care of all my bills. I don't have to worry about that. Thank you so much. And I really learned through so much engagement and interfacing with other people that this isn't the space for me. And I really know and accept and have been nourishing my personal values, not my external values, but my internal values. And I know that I want something that's greater for me. You know, in a few weeks, we have the full moon coming up in your sign, while the sun then goes into your house of relationships. And I got to talk to Libra definitely about just like, don't pop off. So let's go good, bad, or good and bad. Let's go the best possible scenario, utilizing the astrology for our highest and greatest good, and then we'll go to the other side, choosing violence, okay? So we know that we're meant for something bigger. We know that all of this retrograde party is happening, so we're not going to sign on to anything. We're not going to make any big deals. We're just deciding with our scripting and with God that I know that I want something better. I'm reassessing my values. I want a job or an environment where I can feel free. I have time autonomy. I don't have to go into an office. I can work when I want, however I want, and I'm just getting paid and treated with respect. I, have my bougie lifestyle, and I only work 3 days a week if I want to. Okay, that's what you script that. That's what you want. In a few weeks, for the full moon in your sign, we release old versions of ourselves. We give over to the moon all that gokach that keeps us small and all that frustration and all that, like, the shit. We don't need any of that. We release that. So then when we have the new moon in a month in Libra at 21 degrees in Libra, we're at 21 to 21. So it's like numbers. Over here, we're going to be planting seeds for relationships. This isn't just partners. This is seeing God in another. So these are healthy partnerships. These are business deals. This is like the land, like these are shared possessions. It's like, then the sun is going to be your house of relationships, the right people to give you the job that you want. Then we're going to be in our house of shared possessions. This is contracts time, stuff like that. Do I need any more education? And then we go into a public stage. So we follow the astrology and we utilize these energies for our highest and greatest and most authentic timeline. Manifest, release. Manifest, release. Manifest, release. What I don't want to happen, Aries, we're going to choose violence now. We don't do any of this work. We're pissed the fuck off. We're angry over the things. This is when Mars in Libra fucks your face up. That's what happens, is that Mars in Libra, the scales, without proper emotional maturity and grounding, when the scales tip towards anger, you're going to be like, Mars glyph, let's choose violence. And you're going to pop off. And you're going to tell him what's what? South Node, old patterns, Mars, assertion, anger, how I create in this world. You're going to tell God, I have absolutely no foundation. I am not going to trust you and your timing. I'm not going to trust retrograde season. I need a new trajectory. I obviously don't know how to walk on the path that you're leading me towards, new moon. I would like a new situation. You show me what's what. I can't level up. I don't want to stay here. So God will give you, if growth is not linear, when you are on the up and up, it's kind of like, this is self-sabotage type shit, Aries. It's like when you're on the up and up and you're like, God, I got this. And then you're like, fuck off. I'm going to let my inner adolescent run the ship. You don't got this. You don't got this. So that's when we pop off. That's when Mars takes over. That's when we have the South Node and we have Mars conjunct. There's a whole video that I have. I'm following that transit. I find it to be very fascinating. So definitely go check that one out. And then when we're releasing old versions of ourself, we might be releasing old versions of our new evolved self, you know? And we're saying, no, I want to stay at my adolescent level. And then God will bring you the relationships that maybe are a little bit like karmic. You're like, oh, you remind me of someone that used to be really traumatizing for me, but I want to work out more of my traumas. South Node. I want to really nourish those. So you can choose. We all get free will on this planet. We were all given the choice to say, do I want to go left or do I want to go right? Do I feel this is good or do I feel like this is not so good? You know what I mean? I want to pull some cards really quick for you, Aries, on this new moon. And please go back and watch the introductory video again, like I had referenced. We talk about how thank you. There are a few specific minor arcana that match with where this astrology, like that all have a place on the wheel. So I find that fascinating. Right now, what came out? You know better, Aries. You know better. You know better, honey. You know better. Waiting for the right energies. Like this could be nostalgia. This could be a little bit of member berries, but it could also be the universe blessing you in ways that are ancestral, that are generational. Utilize this for the positive side, not the negative. Accept your gifts. And if God is giving you the gift of time, then what is it that you want to look at? What do you want to enjoy? What do you want to create? You know, the Page of Cups, the page of creative expression, of emotion. You could start to study some version of metaphysics, maybe looking at meditation. You know, there's so many different things. You're in an advantageous position. You're in a great spot, Aries. You've been doing a lot of work. Please don't do the old thing. Don't do the old thing. South Node in Libra in your house of relationships, North Node in your sign. You are becoming your most authentic self right now, Aries. So please don't lose this opportunity to just relax. There's so much trauma that comes into calming your nervous system. We don't even recognize how intense, like the fascia never forgets, your body never forgets lifetimes over traumas, literally. Like this is not just my language, this is documented information. So your fascia and your body remember lifetimes over. So calming your nervous system and really just sinking into time freedom, Aries, this is your work right now. I'll leave you with this parable. When you go to a restaurant and you order your food, you order your bolognese, and you say, okay, thank you. Do you get up in 2 minutes and like peer in the window and it's like, hey, are you working on my bolognese? Are you making it? I know I ordered it, but I just wanted to check. Yeah? You're working on, okay, cool. Oh, no, I'll be back in a few seconds. Script? That's why we have scripting journals. That's why we have separate scripting journals. And then set it and forget it. Like, you don't have to keep checking on God. All you have to do is focus on your daily habits. And don't get impatient, Aries. We're the infant babies. You came out. I am. We're the infant babies of the zodiac, but also we're baby and daddy rolled into one. Lean into the daddy side of things and just be like, it's fine. God, take as long as you need. Take as much time on the back end as you need. I got this. It's fine. I can sit in time. Yeah. 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 Yeah, full moon's coming up soon, honey. And next month is eclipse season. Like, things will happen quickly, but trust when things are slow. Does that make sense? I love you, Aries.